earliest Celtic poetry was set to music, and I've always felt there's a close link between poetry and song.
I've loved folk music and traditional music and songs. It's pretty much songs since I was a child. So I've been collecting all sorts of songs from all over the world, especially Irish songs. I got given a book called the Soodlums Collection of Irish songs, and in it was a song called The Sally Gardens.
I'd been playing this song for years before I realised that it was actually a poem that had been set to music, written by one of the most famous poets of all time, William Butler Yeats.
Down by the Sally Gardens, my love and I did meet. She passed the Sally Gardens with little snow-white feet. She bid me take love easy, as the leaves grow on the tree. But I, being young and foolish, with her would not agree.
There's something in Yeats's work, a musical, lyrical quality that just connects with me. Yeats was born in 1865 and spent his childhood summers in County Sligo. He went on to become a driving force in the Celtic twilight, a new appreciation of traditional Irish culture and literature. He was inspired by the songs and stories of ordinary people, an oral culture that's alive and well today. This is Durkin's pub in the tiny village of Ballinacaro. I'm here to find out why in Ireland poetry and song are so closely interwoven.
I'm always fascinated when bits of songs turn up in other songs.
They do.
Different variations.
Different variations. It is. That's a love song. Yes.
What's it called?
Eleanor.
The songs here have been passed down through generations.
And when white moths were on the wing, and moth-like stars were flickering out, I dropped the berry in a stream, caught a silver little trout. Come down to Ballyfarnan, and this far yourself you'll see, that you're sure of hospitality, should you ever pass that way.
Everyone has their turn to sing, including me.
'Twas down by the Sally Gardens my love and I did meet. She passed by the Sally Gardens with her little snow-white feet. She bid me take love easy, like the leaves grow on the trees. But I was young and foolish, with her did not agree.
So what was Yeats's connection to song? John Molden is a regular at Durkin's and has traced the relationship between poetry and folk singing.
Yeats himself was an absolute intellectual and a person who was wanting to revive the verbal arts and the performance arts in Ireland. But at an early stage of his life, he was looking to be a popular poet. He was looking to be a poet who would speak to the people. And so he actually imitated ballad forms, song forms. Sally Gardens is probably the one which is most widely sung of any of his songs.
How much power do you think the word has in so far as how it changes a people's way of thinking or motivates a people?
Song has a wonderful power to summarize, because you get the whole of an idea very compactly built within a song so that people can immediately grasp it.
Okay, song versus poems. Do you think song's got a little bit of an advantage because it's got the melodic sort of magic?
The power of words, the power of poetry, is a slightly different one from the power of song. Song is immediate. Song is social. Song is involving. How are you, Joseph? Song is involving. A song will raise a riot. A poem may produce a revolution.
Too long a sacrifice can make a stone of the heart. Oh, when may it suffice? That is heaven's part. Our part to murmur name upon name, as a mother names her child when sleep at last has come on limbs that had run wild. What is it but nightfall? No, no, not night, but death. Was it needless death after all? For England may keep faith for all that is done and said. We know their dream. Enough to know they dreamed and are dead. And what if excess of love bewildered them till they died? I write it out in a verse. MacDonagh and McBride and Connolly and Pierce, now and in time to be, wherever green is worn, are changed, changed utterly. A terrible beauty is born. This poem is Yeats's reflection on the Irish Rebellion of 1916. He shared the nationalist sympathies of the rebels, but was uneasy about their methods. I want to find out more about Yeats and the political power of poetry, so I'm meeting Stella Mew, the head of the Sligo Yeats Society, at Drumcliff Church where Yeats is buried.
The 1916 Rising came at a time when members of the Irish Citizen Army and the rebel forces in Ireland decided they would force Britain's hand to give them home rule. Padraig Pearse went to the steps of the GPO and declared the Proclamation of Independence. After that, the English, of course, got to hear of this and sent over troops immediately who marched into Dublin, and they put down the Easter Rising.
And they were artists as well, a lot of the men, weren't they?
A lot of them were, yes. They were idealistic people. But Britain responded by executing them, and they became martyrs instantly.
Yes, absolutely. And do you think that Yeats's work and passion for Irish culture really helped Ireland come out from under the English rule?
I think it very much strengthened the Irish identity and helped the Irish to realise they had a past. It's something very, very important to have a past to look back to.
And we've got ancient power of words. Basically.
Absolutely. Yeats always felt that words alone were perfect good, and he wanted the words to convey the meaning and words to convey everything that he felt about his country.
Yes, did he think that the poet had a power to mobilise or motivate people to change their circumstance, do you think?
He afterwards was to write, did that play of mine send out certain men the English shot? Could my spoken word have checked that whereby a house lay wrecked? And he felt very much that, particularly the dramatist, could manipulate people and could rouse passions. And he felt that his plays, Kathleen Ní Húlhán in particular, had in fact made people much more nationalistic.
Was he glad about that, do you think? Or did he regret maybe writing those words?
Yes, I think he did. I think he regretted it afterwards. I think he was concerned that he had roused passions which then were fanned to flame.
W.B.Yeats died in 1939, 17 years after Ireland finally achieved independence. His vision may have helped bring that freedom about, but he was aware that freedom had come at a terrible price. Coming here to Ireland, I realised that national identity is more than a cosy sense of belonging. National pride runs so deep that people are willing to fight and die to defend it.